As a NASA astronaut, I have always been driven by a passion for exploration and a thirst for knowledge about the cosmos. However, nothing could prepare me for the day we stumbled upon a black box on the moon. What should have been a routine mission quickly transformed into a chilling encounter that would haunt me for the rest of my life. Our mission was aimed at conducting geological surveys and collecting samples from the lunar surface. The excitement among the crew was palpable as we landed in the Sea of Tranquility, a region rich in history and scientific potential. Armed with state-of-the-art equipment, we set out to explore the desolate beauty of the moon, unaware that our journey would lead us to something far more sinister. It was during our second day on the lunar surface that we encountered the black box. It was partially buried beneath the regolith, its metallic surface glinting ominously in the harsh sunlight. My heart raced as I approached it, the hairs on the back of my neck standing on end. Why was this here? Who had left it behind? Commander, are you seeing this? My crewmate, Dr. Elena Martinez, called out, her voice laced with both excitement and apprehension. I nodded, my pulse quickening as I knelt beside the object. The box was unmarked, devoid of any identifying features, yet it radiated an unsettling energy that sent shivers down my spine. After a brief discussion, we decided to retrieve the box for further analysis. As we carefully unearthed it and secured it in our lunar module, I couldn't shake the feeling that we were tampering with something beyond our understanding. The atmosphere in the module grew tense as we prepared to open it. Once we returned to Earth and began our analysis, the contents of the box were revealed. A collection of data recordings, strange artifacts, and images that defied explanation. The recordings contained transmissions in an unknown language, interspersed with haunting sounds that seemed to echo the vast emptiness of space. Each artifact was unlike anything we had encountered before, suggesting an advanced civilization that had long since vanished. As we delved deeper into the analysis, unease settled in. What had we uncovered? The more we learned, the more questions arose. The implications of our findings were staggering, and the realization that we had stumbled upon a cosmic mystery began to weigh heavily on us. Within our team, the sense of dread grew alongside our curiosity. Dr. Elena Martinez, our astrobiologist, took the lead in analyzing the recordings. Each transmission felt like a chilling whisper from the past, and she became increasingly obsessed with deciphering the language. If we can understand this, we might uncover the fate of this civilization, she said, her eyes glinting with determination. Yet, as days turned into weeks, I noticed a change in her demeanor. The more she listened to the recordings, the more withdrawn she became. It's as if these voices are calling to me, she confessed one evening, her voice trembling. I can't explain it, but I feel a connection. Jake, our engineer, was equally unsettled. He began to experience strange dreams filled with visions of the moon and the black box, waking in a cold sweat. There's something about that place, he said, his voice barely above a whisper. It's not just a geological site, it feels alive, like it's watching us. The combination of our discoveries and the personal toll it took on the team created an atmosphere of tension. We were caught between the thrill of discovery and the underlying fear of what we might unleash by probing too deeply into the past of an unknown civilization. Each day, the haunting echoes of the recordings lingered in our minds, reminding us that some secrets may be better left buried beneath the lunar surface. As our investigation into the contents of the black box progressed, the tension among the crew escalated. The recordings we had uncovered were becoming increasingly disturbing, filled with fragmented transmissions that hinted at a forgotten civilization. The haunting sounds, a mix of mechanical whirring and eerie voices, echoed in our minds, leaving us restless and on edge. Dr. Elena Martinez, once a beacon of rationality, became consumed by her quest to decode the language. Each day, She spent countless hours analyzing the recordings, her obsession growing to the point where she would barely leave the lab. "I'm close. I can feel it," she would mutter, eyes wide with a mix of excitement and anxiety. I could see the toll it was taking on her. The shadows under her eyes deepened, and her enthusiasm began to warp into something darker. Meanwhile, Jake, our engineer, began to report strange anomalies within the lunar module. Systems that were previously stable started to malfunction inexplicably. "It's like the module is reacting to the data we're processing," he said one evening, looking visibly shaken. "I can't explain it, but it feels as if it's alive." As I tried to keep the team focused, I felt a growing weight of responsibility. We had uncovered something extraordinary, but the more we learned, the more it felt like we were trespassing into forbidden territory. The unease was palpable, and I began to wonder if we had awakened something that should have remained undisturbed. The breaking point came one night when we decided to play back a particularly unsettling recording. As the sounds filled the room, a sudden power surge caused the lights to flicker and the equipment to sputter. The atmosphere became charged, and a low hum resonated through the module. "What's happening?" I shouted above the din, my heart racing. Suddenly, the recordings intensified, and a voice clear and distinct pierced through the chaos, echoing a single word: "Leave." The command reverberated in our minds, and in that moment, we all understood the gravity of our situation. We weren't just researchers anymore. We were intruders in a narrative far beyond our comprehension amidst the escalating tension. Personal dynamics within the team began to shift. Dr. Elena's obsession with the recordings strained her relationships with the others. Jake, who had once been her confidant, started to distance himself, his own fears about the technology weighing heavily on him. "This isn't just science anymore, Elena. We're playing with forces we don't understand," he warned during one heated argument. Mia, our astrobiologist, attempted to bridge the gap between them. "We need to focus on the data, not let fear dictate our actions," she urged, but her words fell on deaf ears. The strain on their friendship revealed underlying tensions in our group dynamics as fear began to morph into paranoia. While the team grappled with interpersonal conflicts, I found myself torn between the excitement of discovery and the dread of what we might unleash. Each night, I wrestled with nightmares that left me feeling haunted and anxious. The once clear boundaries of our mission blurred, and I feared that our relentless pursuit of knowledge might lead us to irreversible consequences. As the days wore on, the pressure mounted. The recordings became more aggressive, the warnings more pronounced. Each member of the team faced their own internal struggles, battling not only the external mysteries of the black box, but also the demons of their fears and doubts. It became clear that the true conflict was not just with the unknown, but also within ourselves. The turning point came during a particularly tense evening as we gathered in the lab to review the recordings once more. The atmosphere was thick with anxiety, and each member of the team were expressions of dread mixed with anticipation. We had agreed to play back the most chilling recording yet, a decision that felt both reckless and necessary. As the audio filled the room, the familiar hum transformed into a distorted cacophony of voices, each overlapping one another, creating an unsettling symphony. It was then that a single voice broke through the noise, chillingly clear: "You should not have come here." The command reverberated through the lab, and I felt a cold shiver run down my spine. Before I could react, the lights flickered violently, plunging us into darkness for a fleeting moment. Panic surged as we scrambled to regain composure and check our equipment. When the lights returned, we noticed something was amiss. The control panel was displaying readings that spiraled out of control. Energy levels were spiking to dangerous levels, far beyond anything we had previously encountered. "Get away from that panel," I shouted, instinctively moving toward Jake, who was frantically trying to stabilize the system. But it was too late. The portal behind us began to glow menacingly, pulsating with a rhythm that mirrored the chaotic energy readings. Suddenly, an immense force erupted from the portal, knocking us off our feet. The room shook, and alarms blared as a blinding light filled the space. I shielded my eyes, heart racing, as I realized that we were on the brink of something catastrophic. Close the portal. We have to shut this down now. I screamed, adrenaline surging through my veins. The weight of our actions crashed down on me as I understood that we were not just witnessing something extraordinary. We had potentially unleashed something dangerous. In the wake of the chaos, the team was left reeling from the traumatic experience. The intensity of the encounter had shattered our sense of security, and fear gripped each of us. As we gathered, bruised and shaken, the reality of what had happened settled heavily on our shoulders. Doctor. Elaine Carter was the first to speak, her voice trembling. What just happened? Did we really unlock something from that portal? Her eyes were wide with a mix of fear and disbelief, reflecting the collective anxiety in the room. Jake, still trying to regain his composure, responded, "We need to analyze the data we collected from the incident. We might have recorded something that could help us understand what we just faced." He was trying to channel the panic into action, but I could see the uncertainty in his eyes. Mia, shaken but resolute, added, "We can't let fear dictate our next steps. We have to figure out what this means for us and for the world." Her determination sparked a flicker of hope, reminding us that we had a responsibility to pursue the truth, no matter how terrifying it might be. As we began to piece together our fragmented memories of the event and analyze the recordings we had captured, it became clear that the repercussions of our actions extended far beyond our small team. The implications of what we had uncovered could potentially alter humanity's understanding of the universe and our place within it. In the days following our harrowing encounter with the portal, the atmosphere within our team shifted dramatically. The initial shock and fear of the experience began to evolve into a relentless determination to understand what we had uncovered. The realization that we had glimpsed something extraordinary and potentially dangerous galvanized our efforts. Dr. Elaine Carter, once filled with doubt, emerged as a beacon of leadership. "We can't let this define us," she declared during our first meeting after the incident. "We need to analyze everything we recorded and find a way to understand what we faced." Her words resonated deeply with the team, igniting a renewed sense of purpose. As we gathered the data from the portal incident, I felt a surge of motivation. We divided our tasks. Jake focused on refining the technical aspects of our recordings, while Mia dove into researching similar phenomena in historical records. Each member took ownership of their role, and our collaboration blossomed into a cohesive unit driven by curiosity and responsibility. The work was intense, but I noticed a remarkable transformation within the group. The fear that had once paralyzed us gave way to resilience. We embraced the unknown, each breakthrough fueling our passion to uncover the truth. I found myself becoming more assertive, voicing my ideas and theories with confidence. The camaraderie we developed strengthened our resolve, and I realized that we were no longer just researchers. We had become a team united by a shared mission. As we delved deeper into our analysis, we discovered patterns in the data that hinted at the nature of the portal's energy. The more we worked, the more I understood that this journey was not just about uncovering a scientific mystery. It was also about confronting our fears and uncertainties. When we finally pieced together a comprehensive report detailing our findings and outlining a plan to approach the portal safely, I felt immense pride. We had not only overcome our initial fears, but had also grown as individuals and as a team, ready to face whatever challenges lay ahead. With our report finalized, the team felt a renewed sense of purpose and urgency. We had uncovered evidence that could reshape our understanding of the portal and its implications, but we knew we had to approach the situation with caution. The upcoming meeting with the facility's leadership team would be critical in determining the fate of our research and whether we could continue our investigations. In the days leading up to the meeting, we worked tirelessly to prepare. Dr. Carter organized our findings into a compelling presentation, emphasizing the scientific significance of our discoveries while addressing the potential risks. "We need to present a balanced view," she instructed. "It's important to convey both the excitement of our findings and the need for caution." Jake and Mia took charge of the technical aspects, ensuring that our data visualizations were clear and impactful. I focused on rehearsing our presentation, trying to anticipate the questions and objections we might face from the leadership team. The thought of facing skepticism again made my stomach churn, but I knew we had to stand firm in our convictions. As we gathered for a final run-through, I felt a mix of anxiety and determination. "Remember," I said to the team, "we're not just presenting research. We're advocating for the pursuit of knowledge. We have a responsibility to explore the unknown, to push the boundaries of what is possible." On the day of the meeting, we entered the conference room, our hearts pounding. The leadership team, including Dr. Thompson, sat at the head of the table, their expressions a mix of curiosity and skepticism. As we began our presentation, I felt the weight of our discoveries resting on my shoulders. This was our moment to make our case, to convince them that what we had found was worthy of further investigation. With each slide, I spoke passionately about the portal, the data, and the potential for groundbreaking discoveries. As I looked into the eyes of my colleagues in the leadership team, I knew we were on the brink of something monumental. As our presentation progressed, the atmosphere in the conference room shifted dramatically. The leadership team listened intently, and I could sense their skepticism beginning to waver as we unveiled our findings. The data we had collected, combined with our passionate explanations, painted a picture of a portal that was not just a scientific curiosity, but a potential gateway to understanding dimensions beyond our own. The turning point came when we displayed the simulation Jake had created, illustrating the potential consequences of activating the portal without caution. The visuals depicted chaotic energy surges and the possibility of catastrophic failures. The room fell silent as the imagery settled in, and I could see the leadership team exchanging concerned glances. "Imagine the implications if we are not prepared," I said, my voice steady but urgent. "This is not merely a scientific inquiry. It is a matter of responsibility. If we choose to ignore the potential dangers, we risk unleashing something we cannot control." Dr. Thompson, who had been silent throughout the presentation, finally spoke up. "You've presented compelling evidence," he said slowly, weighing his words. "But we need to consider the broader implications of this research. If we proceed, we must ensure we have safety protocols in place." Encouraged by his response, Elaine added, "We propose establishing a dedicated research team to explore the portal further, with strict oversight and safety measures." The discussion that followed was intense. Some members of the leadership team expressed concern about funding and resource allocation, while others rallied behind our proposal, recognizing the potential for groundbreaking advances in our understanding of the universe. As we concluded our presentation, it became clear that we were standing at a precipice. The leadership team was torn between caution and the excitement of potential discovery. I felt a surge of hope as Dr. Thompson nodded thoughtfully. "Let's take a step back and evaluate the risks, but I agree we cannot turn our backs on what this could mean for humanity." In the end, our passionate plea for exploration and understanding resonated with the leadership team. They agreed to form a specialized task force dedicated to studying the portal, ensuring that safety protocols were prioritized. Our journey had not only opened the door to new scientific possibilities, but had also fostered a sense of unity within our team. We had confronted our fears and emerged stronger, ready to face whatever the portal might reveal. Months later, as we prepared for a mission to further explore the portal, I reflected on how far we had come. Our research had garnered attention from the broader scientific community, and we were now at the forefront of interdimensional studies. The excitement of discovery pulls through the team, and I knew that our work had the potential to change the course of human understanding. The portal awaited us, a mysterious gateway to the unknown, and I felt a mix of trepidation and exhilaration as we prepared to step through. Join us on this incredible journey of discovery and exploration. Stay informed about our mission to understand the mysteries of the universe and the implications of interdimensional travel. Follow our updates, engage with our research, and support the scientific community as we delve into the unknown. Your curiosity and interest can help shape the future of exploration. Together, let's uncover the secrets that lie beyond our understanding and push the boundaries of what is possible. Visit our website to learn more about our findings and how you can be part of this groundbreaking adventure.